Welcome to another message from the streets. Hope everybody is doing well. Today's message is in relation to newscast I heard this morning, and it is said that Biden administration is offering or will be giving Ukraine $7 billion more dollars, 7.5 billion more dollars to assist them in their war with their brothers and their cousins and their blood, the Russians. And this is a disheartening thing with all the suffering going on here in the United States. See, the American people has been intoxicated by the propaganda of our culture. If they got 7.5 billion and some more billions, and I'm gonna speak on in a little bit, that Ukraine with weapons and whatever else they need to hold Russia at bay. Why can't this money be siphoned into the United States economy to bring these gas prices down, to bring these food prices down, to bring these housing prices down? But you know what? American people are so conditioned to accept the abuse from a tyranny government. When you look around and you ask people on all levels of society about how do they feel about the direction that this administration and former administrations have been going in when it comes to the people, and most people from the streets to the military that tell the truth that this hasn't been a very good experience. The American dream is in reality an American nightmare. And what we're looking at is a possible dissolving of the country on account that when you look in the history books, when countries reach these levels of inflation with the food and the resources, a lot of those countries eventually collapse or move into what the Americans are promoting, the Great Reset. Let me move forward and speak about some more of these billions, not mills, not with an M, but a bill. So, also on this podcast or the radio cast, they spoke about what's this guy named Senator Jim Risch of Idaho. He told the Ukrainian president that all but 14 senators, and this guy's a Republican, had agreed to the aid of $40 billion to assist Ukraine efforts. Now, again, I may mention before, this administration and the overall government paradigm that they're presenting to the people as far as the thoughts that the United States is not in this war. And again, I'm telling you, the United States is in this war and is gearing up to possibly to be in a war with China. If China invades Taiwan, this is straight from Joe Biden's mouth. He said that, if China roll on Taiwan, that the United States will intervene. This war right here, that the United States is aiding weapons, anybody with any common sense know if you are giving the enemy or a group assistance in any type of way to sustain them from whatever you're trying to accomplish, that you're with them. So the United States is in a tactical war with Russia right now. I'm like, you know what? Y'all out here stunting and faking and shaking and baking, with the UN. Go ahead and roll on them. Because y'all rolling on them anyway. Why? Slow walk the inedible. You're not going to get the results that you want until you go full out. And what you're doing is draining the resources that could be aiding American citizens. Because what? You want a war. You read the stars and the constellations, and they line up in a certain type of way, like the people down in the Aztecs did back in the days. It could be peace in the land, but the stars and the constellations line up. You say, oh, it's time for war. And we know that you read the stars. Even though you may not know what you're reading, You may not be able to comprehend it, but you got this type of aid coming in telling you, well, the solar system this way, this going on the planet that way. We need a certain type of operation to manifest so we can move forward to the agenda of the New World Order, the Great Reset. And this is what the American people need to get in our heads. And we continue to allow the government to spearhead the direction that they're going in without any resistance. And the resistance I'm talking about is not violence at all. For those who want to do violence, that's y'all business, but I don't advocate that. I know that this situation can be dissolved on a higher way of operation, and boycotting is the key. People have to come together, start the boycott, start to help others that may not be able to stand the boycott wave. When I was down Lorton, there was a boycott to going to the work, going to the kitchen and all that. Everybody can't afford that. But what happened was there was a gentleman, McQueen Ill, Nabal. He was the commander and the chief. He told everybody that had food and resources that help the brothers, that assist the brothers, so they can have some food. And the boycott, it brought about some change in the institution. And this is what the American people have to do. There's a lot of well-to-do people. They got more than enough. I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do, but this is what it's going to call for. It's going to call for those that are doing well to assist those that's not doing so well, so that we don't have to go to the gas stations. We don't got to go to the markets. We don't have to do certain things or do it in a systematic way where that these corporate operators going to feel the resistance to their directions and trying to destroy the American possibilities. So the only way that it's going to work is the people come together. I spoke on it before. The boycott in Selma worked so well because Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King reported that it was 97% participation. And again, the people stopped riding the buses. The cab drivers started giving people rides. Other people started giving people rides to work and so forth and so on. And what it did was a domino effect. People started showing love. This is a heartless society that we're in, and it is based on capitalism. And capitalism don't have no respect for the human endeavor, the human experience. Capitalism is about money, 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 money. But you know what? The only way that we're going to do what we got to do is we got to move up in the love frequency. I know some people say, man, that ain't real, this and this, this and this, this. You don't know what you're talking about. The love zone is the most powerful zone that spiritual beings having this human experience have access to make this thing go in a direction where as though that the people will stop being the beast of burdens and the blue bloods still living high off the hog. You know, they got their Elysium going on. Elysium is, their sanctuary, their heaven. And people thinking that, you know what? They just like us and this and this. No, they not, man. They living in another frequency, another dimension. And the money that we all agreed upon to have this value has them there. They got the ability to access cars, houses, real estate, hotels, whatever you could do with money, they have the ability. Even health. Everything is based on money. And it's all can be attained by the will of people freely, and people can distribute it to people freely. And what I'm talking about is whatever you learn. If you're a mechanic, you can fix somebody's car because that's what you do. If you're a doctor, you give aid to people because that's what you do. Oh, that's socialism. Oh, that's communism. Shut up, man. Europeans Caucasian Americans been indoctrinated with that crazy mess. That's the junk that always going to keep us separated from getting to the next level because we can't accept the fact that capitalism has failed the American people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm reaching my time limit here. I want to thank you for tuning in. This was just the point of view. And I hope every day have a blessed day on purpose, with purpose. Do your homework. Stop listening to these devils. Peace, love, and grace to all humanity.